Yes, Taylor.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much once again. I must commend this happening. I actually, when I saw the invitation, I didn't think it would be at this scale, which you've done. I just want to plead that you keep it every year. So I didn't introduce myself, Yusef Taylor, a journalist, civil society advocate for Askanwi Media. So my question, sir, we always follow National Human Rights Commissions, their reports. Every year they come out. And you've got about 16 recommendations done. A lot of them are ongoing. When we decided to put some numbers to see where exactly we are, we estimate, given that 250 plus, it would take us about, at this rate, almost 30 plus years, 32 years, to complete all of them, if we extrapolate. What can your ministry do, sir, to fast track and give us a curve which moves upwards, onwards and upwards, just like today, sir? What can your ministry do? I know you need a lot of help from the other ministries, but as the main, what can you do, sir?
Thank you. Maybe I would want to say something, but what I'm telling you is, like I said, some of the recommendations are qualitative. If we are very numeric with them, we might not be doing a very good analysis of it. So it definitely is not going to take 30 years to complete this implementation. But you made a good point. Ministry of Justice is the lead implementing agency on behalf of government, but the implementation, the recommendations cuts across, literally across the entire government, some of which we have very little influence over. But yes, as lead and being housing the unit that is in charge of the implementation, we continue to leverage on our relationship with all other sectors within and outside of government to make sure we expedite these things as possible, as much as possible. We can only assure you that we are committed to this. In fact, for me, the earlier I'm done with the TJ process, of course, I don't envisage that I'm going to be there until that time. But what I'm trying to say is, the earlier the TJ issue is off the desk of the Ministry of Justice, the better. Because you need to understand that the TJ is an additional boarding on the Ministry of Justice. The ministry, like any other ministry, has its own core mandate of being the law firm to service government. That's what the Ministry of Justice is meant to be doing. So the transitional justice is additional responsibility, which is meant to be an ad hoc one. So the earlier we are able to discharge that responsibility, the better for even the Ministry of Justice itself. So we have no interest in delaying this implementation. But a lot of factors are there. They will tell you, I'd probably would highlight resources, technical, human, financial. So there are a lot of things that are influencing how much our pace can be. But hopefully, when we report end of year next year, we will see a curve. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. You can always trust Yusuf to come up with a good question. This is true, perhaps the analysis, but also I'm sure in the analysis you would see that in implementing certain critical recommendations, they fold up others. So now in establishing the Special Prosecutor's Office, the Special Criminal Division of the High Court, and the Special Tribunal, there are 44 recommendations relating to prosecutions. So, but before we could touch any of those 44, you had to first establish them, so it will fold in. So that would be one way in which to expedite. I think another very important way to expedite really is coming back to the support to the Secretariat, because the Secretariat has been the one that's providing that technical assistance, that push to all the other 59 implementing entities, and our capacities are limited. Right? So we started the year with 2 ninjas. I'd like to think I'm one, myself and Ms. Nyang, and today we're 7 ninjas. But if we were 18, as our organogram is asking, then we should be able to work much more closely with as many different implementing entities as possible, galvanizing support and also providing support to the partners as to where they should put their investment, just having an overview of where things are going. So these are ways in which we can reduce that time frame. But I was going to say that perhaps it's not such a bad idea that some things take 30 years. Some of the recommendations have to do with changing mindsets. Yes, we look at the issue of the witch hunts. Sometimes time is a necessary evil.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we will not take 30 years. He's just...
The victims would definitely beg to differ.
No, that's okay. No, what she is emphasizing is some of them, like I said, are not numeric or quantitative.
No.
these are quality outcomes. And sometimes it takes time to see those things in reality. That's all that he's trying to say. Don't mind the 30 years.